Welcome back to Infinite Heart Stories, where we explore the profound narratives that shape our lives and define our future success. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to skyrocket in their careers while others remain stuck in the same place? Let me introduce you to Daniel, a 32-year-old accountant who believed he was doing everything right to secure a happy life. He showed up to work on time every single day, completed his assigned tasks, and never caused any trouble for management. Daniel believed that loyalty and time served were the only currencies needed to purchase a ticket to the executive corner office. Outside of work, he spent his hard-earned money on things that made him look successful to his friends and peers. He always upgraded to the latest smartphone model the moment it was released, believing technology defined his status in society. He drove a car that was slightly beyond his budget, convinced that appearances were the key to gaining respect from others. His closet was filled with depreciating assets, items that lost their value the very moment he brought them home from the store. While his wardrobe grew larger, his professional skills remained exactly where they were when he graduated from college years ago. One fateful Monday morning, the entire team was gathered in the conference room for an announcement regarding the senior manager position. Daniel sat up straight, ready to accept the promotion he felt he deserved simply for being there longer than anyone else. To everyone's surprise, the boss congratulated Kevin, the 26-year-old junior who had joined the company only 2 years prior. Daniel felt the room spin as his confidence shattered, replaced by a mixture of jealousy, confusion, and deep personal embarrassment. He could not understand how a younger, less experienced employee had surpassed him in the corporate hierarchy so quickly and easily. Later, he observed Kevin handling complex international clients with fluency in a language that Daniel had never bothered to learn. He saw Kevin teaching others how to use advanced software that Daniel had dismissed as unnecessary just a few months ago. That evening, Daniel sat alone in his expensive car, realizing that his material possessions could not comfort his bruised ego. Seeking clarity, he went for a walk and encountered Mr. Thomas, a retired executive known for his wisdom and mentorship. Daniel poured out his frustration, complaining about the unfairness of the promotion and how his loyalty had been completely overlooked. Mr. Thomas listened quietly until Daniel finished. Then he looked him in the eyes and asked a very simple question. He asked, "Tell me, Daniel, how much money and time have you invested in upgrading your own brain this past year?" Daniel remained silent as he realized he had spent thousands on his external appearance, but zero on his internal growth. Mr. Thomas took out a small notebook and drew a chart, introducing Daniel to a life-changing concept called the Golden Rule. He explained that 70% of your income should cover your essential living expenses, like housing, food, and daily necessities. 20% should be strictly set aside for financial savings and future investments to build a safety net for emergencies. But the most important part is the final 10%, which must be invested directly back into your own personal development. You are your greatest asset, Daniel, and if you do not invest in maintaining and upgrading yourself, you will depreciate. Just like a car that is never serviced eventually breaks down, a mind that is never challenged eventually becomes obsolete. For the first time, Daniel understood that Kevin did not get lucky. Kevin had simply been investing his 10% wisely. That night, Daniel made a solemn vow to change his habits and stop feeding his ego, to start feeding his mind. He immediately restructured his monthly budget, cutting out impulsive shopping sprees and expensive dinners to fund his new growth fund. With his 10%, he enrolled in an advanced data analytics course that he had previously ignored for being too difficult. He replaced his weekend window shopping trips with visits to the local bookstore, building a library of knowledge instead of shoes. He also invested in his physical health, waking up early to exercise, understanding that a sharp mind needs a strong body. The journey was not easy, and there were many nights when he felt exhausted and wanted to return to his old comfort. He had to say no to social gatherings and temporary pleasures, keeping his vision fixed firmly on the long-term reward. Slowly but surely, the effects of his investment began to show in his daily work performance and problem-solving abilities. Even Kevin noticed the change, stopping by to compliment Daniel on a complex analysis that solved a lingering client issue. Daniel no longer sat silently in meetings. He contributed valuable insights that showed he was thinking 2 steps ahead. The 10% rule was creating a compounding effect, where every new skill learned facilitated the acquisition of the next one. 6 months passed, and the Daniel who walked through the office doors was unrecognizable from the man he used to be. The senior management had taken notice of his rapid evolution and called him in for a private discussion about his future. They offered him a new role that required the exact combination of skills he had been diligently acquiring over the last half year. Daniel accepted the offer, knowing that this opportunity was not a gift, but a direct return on his personal investment. He returned to the park to thank Mr. Thomas, who simply smiled and told him that the best is yet to come. Daniel realized that true security does not come from a job title, but from the ability to adapt and grow continuously. Inflation can steal your savings and markets can crash, but no one can ever take away the skills you have mastered. He became a mentor to others, sharing the 70-20-10 rule and inspiring the next generation to value self-growth. His life was no longer about impressing strangers with material goods, but about becoming a better version of himself every day. When you view yourself as an asset, every dollar and every hour spent on learning becomes a seed planted for tomorrow. The old Daniel sought happiness in things he could buy. The new Daniel finds happiness in the person he is becoming. This story reminds us that while it is important to save for the future, it is equally important to build yourself. Many of us fall into the trap of comfort, thinking that once we have a job, our education is officially finished. But in a world that is changing faster than ever before, standing still is actually the same thing as moving backward. Take a moment to reflect on your own spending habits and ask yourself if you are prioritizing your own growth enough. Start small if you have to, but commit to setting aside a portion of your resources to feed your hungry mind. When you grow, you not only improve your own life, but you also become more valuable to everyone around you. Today is the perfect day to start your own journey of transformation and to become the compounding asset you were meant to be. Write down your plan. Choose a skill you want to master and dedicate your resources to achieving it without any hesitation. Remember that the view from the top is only accessible to those who are willing to climb the stairs of discipline. Do not let another year pass by where you remain exactly the same while the world moves forward without you. It does not matter how old you are or where you are starting from. The best time to invest is now. Your future self is begging you to make the sacrifices today so that you can enjoy the rewards of tomorrow. Keep your needs at 70, your savings at 20, and invest that final 10% into your most precious resource. Embrace the challenge of growth, and you will find that the return on investment is far greater than you ever imagined. We hope Daniel's story has inspired you to look at your bank account and your schedule with a brand new perspective. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs it. Tell us in the comments below what new skill you plan to learn this year to upgrade your own life. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stories that touch the heart and expand the mind every single week. Check out our other videos on personal development and financial wisdom to continue your journey towards a better and brighter future. Thank you for spending your valuable time with us today, and remember that the power to change is in your hands. Invest in yourself, believe in your potential, and never stop learning. For that is the true secret to a wealthy life. We look forward to seeing you in our next video. Until then, keep growing, keep learning, and keep moving forward. This has been Infinite Heart Stories. Remember to invest in yourself today, for you are your greatest and most valuable asset.